Hi, so there are so many things I want to tell you, and all this information can be a little overwhelming. So you can check the timestamp in the description box to pick up any section that you are interested in. So I'm gonna start with how I'm handling the paid promotion or sponsored videos. So till date, I have done only one sponsored video, which was a YouTube Shorts, and I revealed it to you, and it is gonna be this way without any exception, because I believe in 100% transparency when it comes to paid promotion, and I'm gonna always let you know if I'm getting paid for publishing one content. There you will see no exception. So second, I need to tell you about how this paid promotion thing works. I mean, I didn't know about so many things, and now I'm learning. So the thing is, there are two kinds of thing, like integrated video, dedicated video. So integrated video is something like brand, they want the paid promotion to look more organic. So there what they do, suppose they send me one soap and I have to showcase the soap. So the content will be like 5 body care products to try this summer, and there for some particular period in this video I'm going to talk about the soap, and dedicated video would be like for entire time I'm going to talk about the soap. The entire video is just only going to be about the soap, so you understand the thing. And so yeah, and ethically one has to mention paid promotion for both of the cases, no exception, and I am going to do that. And there are like reels video that is on Instagram. On YouTube now there are like shorts, like brands even want to promote their products on shorts. There I can mark the video as paid promotion, but it won't show. So what I can do, I can make one pinned comment, I can use that hashtag ad, or I can write in the description that it is a paid promotion, what I did for the plum aloe vera gel shots ka thing. From there I'm coming to another point, the brands and transparency. Like there are brands who want us to mention that it is paid promotion, because now you know there are these guidelines. But there are brands who still they don't want us to mention the thing that it is paid promotion, and their logic is that this content is not going to be organic, audience won't believe their product. I mean, this is just manipulated. So in this case, influencer has the choice. She or he may choose to work or not to work with the brand. But yeah, there are brands who like say that don't mention that this is paid promotion, and make this make this video to look or appear as organic as possible. So there I don't support these campaigns. So I was approached to do this, but I didn't do that, and I refused because it just didn't seem right to me. And understand this, by doing this I'm not doing anyone any favor. I mean, don't like feel like that I am just trying to make it a big deal, like okay, I'm doing this for you, or I'm leaving out these sponsorships for you. It's not that. This is the matter of my ethics, and I choose to live by it. So I'm not doing any favor on anyone, like I'm not favoring my audience. Like it's not a big thing that I'm letting go of these sneaky brands, because this is what we're supposed to do. And to be very honest, I feel the sneaky brands don't deserve to be like promoted even on YouTube, because they don't even dare to be transparent. I mean, this is my policy. I do not want to hide the sponsorships. Audience, you have to be smart. You have to be smart, because there are people who are still gonna do it. And check for the description. Write to the brand if you think one influencer is promoting one product without disclosing the paid promotion. You always can go and ask the brand. And I said that previously as well, and I remember one of my subscribers, she went and asked one brand, alright, and the brand asked for her personal details, like why you are asking this, give us your personal details. I'm like, really? I mean, why you need her personal details? Like, this is a simple yes or no answer. Like, has this particular influencer been working for you or has been promoting your product? It should be yes or no answer. I mean, I don't get it. So yeah, these things happen. The next point is how much creative control I have over my paid promotion contents. I keep 100% control on what I say, and if there comes this occasion that a brand is asking me to tell something that I don't agree with, I'm gonna refuse the paid promotion. But yeah, the brands, they do send us those briefing, then even what to write in the description, then codes, coupon codes, this and that, and there we get to choose. But yes, brands, they do send us the briefing, and even they instruct, the color of clothes that I should wear, and should I wear makeup or not for this particular video. This kind of instructions are there. But if they're asking me to say something I'm not comfortable doing or saying, I'm not gonna do that sponsorship, and that moment I won't have any option rather than walking out of it. Okay, now I'm gonna address this question that people ask me: why did I build my entire credibility on the fact that I'm never gonna take paid promotion like ever, and now I have suddenly started taking these promotions and all? This is a fair question to ask, but I have to tell you this is not true. I never said that I will never ever take paid promotions. I mean, I made this video I think 10 months back where I said that India doesn't have any rules or laws that is there to guide or restrict one content creator from being sneaky. So that was my point of that first video I made about paid promotion. So maybe there is this miscommunication or misunderstanding that people are thinking I have said something like I will never take paid promotion like something, but this is not the case, and you can see the clip by yourself. We as content creators, we should be transparent too. So I demand for the change, and this is my way of protesting against this. I hope India comes up with strong laws. I don't have any intention to do any sponsored reviews right now. 7 months back, when more and more brands started approaching me, and my favorite brands, they were approaching me, I asked you in the video that should I take sponsorships, because I really want to work with the brands I love, or I want to get paid to promote a product I already love. And the response from my audience was overwhelmingly positive. They wanted me to work with brands, but they wanted me to maintain the transparency. They wanted me to be honest. So yeah, I thought then this was okay, but still I took some time. It was 7 months back. I got really excited when I got this email from Purito, but I have not replied their email yet, because as you know that I don't do paid reviews and I don't take even free products from brands. But I really want to work with Purito because I love their products, some of their products, not all the products. So I might accept that. Okay, 4 months back, again in a video I said that explicitly I said I will work with a brand if I like the product or I'm confident with the product. See, if a brand reaches out to me, I really trust in their products, I think that okay, I can work with this brand, I might do it. But with this brand, it was no question. I'm not gonna work for them because I don't believe in their products. But when I saw this barter thing, that boiled my blood. I don't know from where this confusion is coming, but it's fair for you to ask me, because you must have missed some of my contents or videos, and maybe it was my fault that I should have made one dedicated video on this, like this one that I'm making right now. So there has to be a miscommunication, and not everyone, I understand, they watch my each video, so I should have made a separate video on this, but I have spoken about this on and off that so this is, I didn't want to keep anyone in dark there. This was not my intention, and I was clear about my intentions. But yeah, I should have made a separate video. Okay, now the another thing is people question that the plum aloe vera gel has rose extract. So this is a fragrant component, and knowing that it was a fragrant component, why did I promote this product? Okay, this is a fair question to ask. So let me guide you through this. What happened? So I bought this product long time back, even before the brand approached me. So when I bought this product, I saw the brand marked this thing, aloe vera gel, as fragrance free, and I saw the ingredients list, and there I saw rose extract. To be very honest, I'm not that bothered about extracts because extracts are very diluted. If there are fragrant components, there won't be much. If there were like rose oil, I would have been like, okay, chalo, this is something fishy. Like they're marking this thing as fragrance free, still it has rose oil, which happened to Dr. Said's Sikan Ceramide Serum when I reviewed that. So I pointed that out, that it has rose oil. So yeah, so extract, I didn't think much. I thought it was okay, so I didn't check it. When I was using this product for myself, then I liked that aloe gel. Even I mentioned about this aloe gel in one of my non-sponsored videos. After that, this brand reached out to me. They wanted to make shots out of this product. So I was like happy that okay, I have been using this thing, then very good, I'm gonna do this. And I even told the brand, you don't have to send me another tub because I already had the tub, but they sent me anyway, and I went ahead with this thing, this campaign. After that campaign went live, I came to know that people were talking about this rose extract thing, that it has rose extract. Still, why Samapti is promoting this? So I was okay with this question, but there was like some people, they assume that I did it like deliberately. So this is something that bothered me. I behave in a like entitled way, like why they're asking me these questions. Like I cannot control like what people ask, what they're gonna ask me. I mean, they can ask me anything, but that time some statements that hurt me and I made that rant. It was anyway. So the thing is, when it comes to extracts, if you go to internet, you will see that many websites, they have listed extracts as fragrance. So yeah, extract would have fragrant components, but I don't find that to be concerning because this particular product, it doesn't have much of that extract. And I have found this paper as well, where you can see that there are many rose components that are used in skincare / cosmetic products, and you can see mostly rose oil, it has high amount of those fragrant components. Then even in rose water, you will see those fragrant components. Extracts are super diluted. I don't mind rose extract or like lavender extract in my skincare products because I have used stuff with that and it didn't bother me. But if I see a serum or cream, it has high amount of lemon extract, then mint extract, I'm like, okay, I might want to avoid that. And I have to tell you, when I started my serious skincare journey, I used to have a lot of acne. My skin was not good because I used stuff like bad skincare stuff that gave me breakouts. So there was this talk about fragrance free skincare. So fragrance is bad, like entirely bad for our skincare routine. So I was like, I went completely fragrance free. I avoided fragrance in my wash up products, in my shampoo, tried to avoid it in my shampoo, my cleanser, my moisturizer, my serum, everywhere. But now see, I try to read everything about skincare every day. So I'm now learning and learning. So now I tell my audience, fragrance is not big of an issue in the wash up product. Even in leave-on products, if something is working for you, continue using that. For me, I try to avoid leave-on skincare products with fragrance, and it is working for me. And I mostly avoid essential oils, to be very honest. If I see the fragrance is way up in the ingredients list, that is like a trigger. But extract, it didn't concern me at all, and I used this on my skin happily, so I promoted this happily. Even with extracts, they work differently with different formulation. So if you, I'm gonna leave the paper down. This is a very new paper that I found on rose derived ingredients in skincare. There you can see there are many usage of rose in skincare. Sometimes it works as a fragrance, sometimes just little bit masking, sometimes conditioning, sometimes it may have antioxidants in a very low quantity, nourishing, this and that. For me, the product worked for me, so I promoted that. And even I've seen that like people had this concern that I fearmonger about fragrance. I myself was scared about fragrance in skincare because I saw my skin reacted better when I use fragrance-free products. So I try to avoid fragrance now in the live-on skincare stuff. But yeah, use whatever works for you. And extracts, mostly they don't bother me because I use this Via Naturals niacinamide serum. It has rosemary extract, but there I still can like smell the rosemary, because no matter like how diluted it would be, the little bit of fragrant components is gonna be there. But if it were like rosemary oil, I would have been okay. It has been like way high amount of fragrant component than the extracts. And I compared, I think, rose with centella. That didn't went well with many people, which is true. That was a foolish comparison. But yeah, this is my stand about extract and fragrance in skincare. And if you want to know more or you want to ask more about this, I'm happy to like answer your questions, and I'm going to leave the paper down below. So now I want to talk about how I reacted to the criticisms I got. It came from a place of hurt and anger. I didn't think much about, before making that my old video, like last video, that rant. So yeah, I should have handled it better, because I choose to put my content on this platform, which is a public platform, and people, they have every right to judge me, they have every right to criticize me, and I cannot be someone that who would like be that entitled that I would try to control the narrative and be passive aggressive about it. It was not cool. But yeah, it just happened. I could have handled it better. Do I regret about anything from that? Yes. One thing, I should have blurred out the names of the people, but I do not know that much about how Reddit works, so I thought it was an anonymous group, so it won't be issue with them. But it was my mistake to assume what would be fit for them or what would make them feel comfortable. And when I came to know that that made people uncomfortable, I went and I blurred the names and I deleted the community post, because there was no option to delete. I mean, there was no option to like edit the names or blur out the names in the community post. So that was my mistake, and I'm so sorry if I made someone uncomfortable by putting their usual name on my screen on my YouTube channel. It was my intention was not to make you feel uncomfortable. I like, you know, at night I hear all this, you know, Reddit stories and I sleep, and there those narrators, they use those usual names from Reddit. So I thought, you know, it was okay, and I didn't know that people can track you or like something like that. Then I came to know like this karma, Reddit has karma and people can track via karma, something like that. So I didn't know that, and it was not right to make someone feel uncomfortable on my platform, because like my channel is like in public, I'm making profit out of it, I'm earning money out of this public platform, so I should have more responsibility. So that was wrong. And but there are things that hurt me a lot, but again, it was not on those people. Like, they are not responsible for my feeling, right? If something hurt me, it is my issue and it's gonna happen, because if I like continue making contents, if I grow my channel, people who disagree with me, they're gonna have different opinions and they might criticize, and I cannot control their language, their narrative, because everyone has their way of speaking. So something might seem or deem offensive to me but might be okay with them. So I'm learning not to take things personally. I'm trying to think more rationally, which didn't happen in my last video, because, you know, I refuse so many things, sponsorships, because of my certain ethics. Finally, when I took one sponsorship, it didn't get like good attention, like in certain cases and for reasons obviously, and I should have been more articulated and I should have explained myself better. So that thing hurt. And again, I'm not trying to make you feel like, okay, I have done a very good thing by refusing all those things, sponsorships. It is not like I'm not doing a favor on you. This is what my channel stands for. So if you don't follow transparency, then why to make content? Like where my channel is, like why to exist even on YouTube? Now that anything that I'm not sorry for, yeah, I'm not sorry for being this, and I own what I said previously, and I'll own up what I'm saying now in future. And it's not the narrative like I'm a changed person, I now think differently. I don't think it works that way, because we are what we are. Sometimes we react the way we won't usually, but we do. But as a YouTuber, content creator, influencer, I need to be more composed and more thoughtful about things. And I have no issues people talking about me anywhere, and I'm no one to tell anyone like, don't talk about my video, don't criticize my video, or generally anything, because I'm putting my thing here and this is here. So I cannot nitpick what is being said about me. So I'm okay with that. And I think this is a democracy of internet, that we can be honest with our opinions and we can agree to disagree respectfully. Another thing I want to add, that I've been asked to mention like cruelty free, vegan friendly. From now on onwards, I'm going to try to mention these things: cruelty free, vegan friendly, when I write the things or the product. And there was a fair question about how long do I use my skincare products, because I buy a lot of things. You know me, right? I take like 1 month to review a serum. For moisturizer, I don't take that long, like 15 days, sometimes 10 days, because I know if a moisturizer is working for me. But sometimes I take like 1 month as well, because I have been using this Rhythm Ka moisturizer for a long time. I finished that when I have been using this High Natural moisturizer for quite a long time. So it depends. And cleanser, I get to know about cleanser pretty much like fast, that it's working for me or it's not working for me. So cleanser ka review I give quite fast, but again sometimes I take like 1 month even. And sunscreen I take some time, because I need to know I'm getting reaction or is burning my skin or not. So I take some time. So I'll try to mention that as well in my videos from now on onwards, because that is creating confusion. And yes, I have noticed people have asked me that my video ka this thing is too bright, and does it make my skin appear better than it is? I don't know. I mean, I look okay, my skin is okay right now, and my skin is quite good right now. The scene kya hai, I don't use ring light, alright, and मेरा जो घर है उसका, why I'm talking in Hindi, sorry. So I have this room, the lights are not that good, so I increase the ISO. So वहाँ पे you might have some issue, but I don't use any filter. I never use any filter. I don't color correct or use any software to alter the image, like make my skin better. But I made few shots there I have used filter, that yellow filter. So yeah, but YouTube ka thing I never used any filter. And if you have any problem with the lighting, let me know, how can I fix it. Natural light ka there is an issue because noise if I shoot during the daytime, but last few videos I shot using natural light. So yeah, let me know, give me feedback how to improve my video quality, and anything else that you want me to improve, I'll do that. Lastly, I'm so grateful to be here. I get so much love, support, even criticism. They are helping me to grow, because like Blake said, without contrary there is no progression, and I believe in that. And for a while I think I acted in a narcissistic way, like I just wanted to hear good stuff about me, which is not fair. My bad. But yeah, thank you for helping me to grow. and I'm gonna make better content. I'm trying to read every day about skincare stuff, and I'm learning, I'm evolving. I believe in updating my knowledge. I used to be very scared of fragrance in my wash up products. Even now I'm okay with using fragrance in wash up stuff, but I avoid it in my Live On skincare product. And like I said, extracts, I don't have much issues with it, except citrus extract in high quantity or mint in. I don't like mint in my skincare. So yeah, but if I find anything new, I'm gonna make updated video rather than saying those things in like different videos. I will make one dedicated video so people will find that conveniently. So yeah, just thank you for being there, and it means a lot to me. YouTube has helped me a lot emotionally, mentally. I mean, YouTube has helped me a lot, and yeah, here I even earn money. So yeah, and I plan to do many things, and I want to make money because I have plans, but I want to make money ethically. So I want to grow, and people ask me, should I open my skincare brand? No, I shouldn't. I won't. No skincare brand for me. I don't have enough knowledge to create skincare products, and I do not want my brand because there are so many products already oversaturated the skincare market. We don't need any more product, to be very honest. Still I keep on buying new stuff. Hypocrite much. So but for me, I'm not gonna start any skincare brand. Never, never, forever. Quote this thing. Never. Not happening. Please don't bash anyone in the comment section, because understand that we need people from different sphere of lives, and we need different opinions. We cannot grow that contradiction. We need to see both sides of the coins. If you like, I won't say bad things about me on my channel, obviously. So if you see like there is something written, like someone is pointing out something they don't like about me, you can think, okay, Shanti is like that, so you can see my video, then you can judge for yourself. But yeah, I don't like sometimes to be judged, but that's my problem, no one else's. So yeah, that's all for now. I hope you found this to be helpful, and thank you so much for watching. See you very soon, hopefully tomorrow. Bye bye.